So I'm gonna watch a video here. Coffeezilla. He talks about a lot about cryptocurrency scams. Sometimes he dives into other things, but he did a series recently investigating Logan Paul's biggest scam, the biggest fraud in Logan Paul's scam, and ending Logan Paul's biggest scam. Basically, it was about one of Logan Paul's NFT projects. This is something that I've talked about last year. Coffeezilla brushed on it last year as well. Because Logan Paul has had 3 different NFT projects, like cryptocurrency projects. He said Crypto Zoo, which was supposed to be like Pokemon, where you can hatch eggs and trade them. And for some reason, every single person forgot about these 3 projects. Like, what happened to them? Good old Coffeezilla, he didn't forget. While we were all forgot about these NFT projects Logan Paul had, Coffeezilla was interviewing people about it. He was finding out how much money people lost on this project.
I am so excited about this project. It's so fun. It's a really fun game that makes you money.
A fun game that earns you money? How much did you guys make from Crypto Zoo?
I lost around $50,000 in Crypto Zoo.
I lost $40,000.
I lost around 15,000 US dollars.
I lost $25,000.
$120,000.
$500,000 Australian, which is $500,000 in Crypto Zoo.
Shut up! No, you haven't!
Yeah, 500K.
You can see right there, that's what he was doing a deep dive on. The Crypto Zoo, Logan Paul NFT project, where it seems like a lot of people lost a lot of money. But what I wanted to talk about today is Logan Paul made a response. He's been teasing this response for about a week now. He's told Coffeezilla, he's like, Coffeezilla, come onto my podcast if you'd like. We can discuss it. I don't like that he's trying to pretend to be Coffeezilla by dressing up as him. This is his response. Let's read what it says. He posted it 10 minutes ago. I recently got accused of scamming. This is my response. Financial advice, disclaimer. The information discussed and shared on Logan Paul vlogs are related in content. Okay, what is this? This whole thing is just careful. Not financial advice.
Coffeezilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions. Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm gonna be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see,
Whoa, what the heck? Right out the gate, 30 seconds in, and he's calling Coffeezilla a liar, someone who just wants clicks. And I feel like that introduction was written by AI. How robotic did it sound?
Coffeezilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in Coffeezilla's investigation. Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who will be calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits? Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on? Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it.
Wait a second. I'm hoping that by the end of this 7-minute video, Logan Paul explains, I want him to explain where the project went, what happened to all these people that lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and is anyone going to get their money back? That's what I want to know. Right now, he's just trying to deflect bullets.
What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling? I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. And surely you knew Amelia.
Okay, that's one thing he admitted to. He did admit to working with the wrong people, which is strange. Because it's one of my most popular quote unquote documentary videos that I made was about the collectibles guru, the guy who used to scam people in the Pokemon world. Logan Paul has seen all these videos. He knows that this guy's a scammer and he still works with him. I feel like at this point, come on, you just have bad judgment?
Leo, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy. You seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
And surely a real internet detective would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission?
I think in California, which is where Jeff is, you can't record someone without their knowledge.
And then more like an internet criminal, post it online.
And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws, you still published the defamation. However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake stole $6
That's
million.
him. This guy.
True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole $1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
I repeat, Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on CryptoZoo. In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions. Jake the Snake is no longer affiliated with CryptoZoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman.
Ruining his reputation? His reputation has been bad for the longest time. I don't know why Logan Paul even worked with him a second time. Like, come on. Charlie, good old Penguins Zero, Logan Paul's biggest scam, and he's talking about the exact same thing that we're watching. And he mentions that back in the day, this guy was a scammer, and there's been people that made videos on it.
There were a couple of founders that made a lot of money, including a cameo from someone you might be familiar with from previous scams, Jake the Crypto King, known for his Pokemon scam back in the...
Oh, look at this, guys. Look who he's referencing. Asher, that's me. 2 years ago, me, Pay Money Wubby, a bunch of other people on the internet made videos talking about how this guy was a scammer. 2 years ago. It's well known that this guy's a scammer. And he worked with him again. I have no sympathy for Logan Paul here.
With CryptoZoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back. But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information.
Okay.
See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends? I got everything stolen from me in our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio.
What was the point of this? Is this a sketch that he's doing here?
$1 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer.
Is he gonna try and sue Coffeezilla for making a video on him? He's gonna sue him for what?
You're gonna need it. And maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me, personally. Not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Me, Steven. But the first time you did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve, after the fact, was to me. You have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed you left out that part on Twitter. Why hide that?
Wait, didn't Logan Paul block him? How do you get in contact with someone once they've been blocked? Coffeezilla tweeted 17 minutes ago. Logan Paul responded, TLDW. What does that mean? Too long, didn't watch. Okay, 0 apologies. That's true. 0 addressing victims. That's true. 0 accountability. I think the only thing he took accountability for was working with people that he shouldn't have. I will reply in full when I organize my thoughts, but for now, Logan accuses me of not reaching out to him directly until December 24th, but didn't mention I reached out over a year prior on Instagram. So October 1st, 2021, he said, hey Logan, I've been trying to reach people from CryptoZoo team to get comment on the emerging story. I have 2 really good sources saying they have not been paid by CryptoZoo, that in fact the devs have been paid. Okay, so he did try to reach out to him. Oh, Logan Paul replied! Oh, this is the juiciest thing I've ever seen. If you expect me to see every DM that comes through from every social media gossip channel trying to make a name for themselves, you're ridiculous. And like I said in my email, you scrubbed the blockchain for a living and somehow managed to text my personal phone number yesterday. I can't imagine you didn't know / have my professional email. Logan Paul's like, you didn't reach out to me. Coffeezilla's like, I did. And then he's like, oh, did you expect me to see that? It was only after not getting a response from him that I began calling his manager.
Hello?
Hey, Jeff. Hey, sorry to bother you. This is Steven with Coffeezilla. I'm calling because I've heard reports that CryptoZoo hasn't paid their development team, and I'm just reaching out for comment before I do this story. I got your number from one of the development team, and they just wanted to... I just want to follow up on that.
I have no comment for it.
So he's basically saying that he reached out to Logan Paul, didn't get any answers, and then he decided to go to Jeff, the manager.
CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And honestly, it sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations, and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. That is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the fence that I hope I can help understand.
Wait a second, I just realized he didn't address the people that lost money. What happened? I didn't hear an apology to the people that lost money because of a project that you created, right?
100,000.
What about these guys?
I lost around $50,000.
$50,000, $40,000. I lost around $15,000, $25,000. What about these guys? He didn't even talk about it. Does he talk about it in here? Maybe he's not allowed to apologize because it might implicate guilt and there might still be legal proceedings.
Understand a situation that is tremendously complex but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks.
He's
and
just
lastly,
trying to ignore
Coffeezilla,
it. Yeah.
I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimiest. So I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
I'll see you in court? Please, what is he suing him for? Making 3 videos? Is he suing him for defamation? You know how hard it is to prove defamation? Like, you need to prove that you're doing something with the intent of hurting their reputation. That's what defamation is. It's very hard to find someone liable of defamation. The only thing that Coffeezilla might be in trouble for was releasing the voice notes without Jeff's permission. But other than that, everything else, he interviewed and asked them their experience of everything. But how is that defamation? Let me see what people are saying in Logan Paul's comments, because these are his people. Oh wow, there's a lot of dislikes. That's cool and all, Logan. What about the people that lost their life savings joining this project? Kind of crappy to go silent for so long on this project and only come back after your name gets kicked in the dirt. It's not my fault that I hired bad actors for my Ponzi. Logan is calling people out for gossip after Jeff didn't answer a single question is quite ironic. Every person in the comment section is against Logan Paul. The whole point is you conspire to put your audience out of money, but others beat you to it. That's left out of your response. I'm so happy with this response. No accountability, address only a fraction of what was accused, easy contradiction in his statement like a game of Ace Attorney. Overall, this lives up to the hype. Okay, great video. I liked how it was edited. It was edited very nicely. I will say that. And I do love all of the disclaimers. The slew of disclaimers is quite enjoying to read. Great stuff. Let's move on. Let's move it along here.